Anyway, welcome to Morbid Symptoms. Today we're tackling how the ladies' room is political. So some of you have probably heard the personal is political. It used to be, maybe it still is, a feminist mantra. And now the ladies' room is political. Don't blame us. Direct your ire or discomfort at the trans right activists, the gender industry, and their useful idiots who have pushed through this thing that there's two types of women. There's as unintentional, just born that way, female women and male women who really feel like they're a lady in the inside, or I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I can't know what people think in the inside. So, anyway, this has become a partisan issue. What is a woman, right? That
Mm.
fantastically not debasing or denigrating question. What is a woman? Has become a political issue, whether or not
Yeah.
biological sex is real or should trump people's expressed gender preference, whatever that means, is why the women's room is political. Sometimes you don't appreciate something until it's gone. But there's a reason why the bathrooms and changing rooms and certain spaces and sports and activities are separated out by sex. And that's not a product of colonialization and or just a Foucaultian discursive. We're material creatures, we're mammals, and we come in two types. And sometimes it quite matters. Anyway, so the ladies' room is political. Did you ever think, are you still surprised sometimes that the ladies' room has become so political? I'm using the ladies' room as a stand in for all single sex spaces, which I know you
I'm
know.
s- Sometimes I'm surprised that anybody is even talking about this. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. What a waste of airspace. So I mean, there's good things have come of it. I've got to chat with you and stuff.
This is true. Yeah, silver lining. And I guess someday I'll look back and like, I'm glad I know all this stuff about these niche sexualities and odd what sissy porn is and perineum faux vaginas. I'm sorry, we're keeping it on the political, but we have to joke sometimes. Okay,
It will.
so we have three things we wanted today. We're now having the battle of the ladies' room, and we have to deal with Donnie, like guys from the Big Lebowski. Since what's been going on in the United States with Representative Nancy Mace taking a stance that women's spaces are for females, and this started off a bit of a brouhaha. So a lot of people see it as a red blue issue or a liberal conservative issue. So we're going to commiserate over it. People are jumping in and saying stupid things that we've dealt with for a decade now. Nobody needs to look at people's genitals. The guys chime in. I mean, when it comes to if men who say they're ladies or identify as women get to come into the bathroom and our sports and whatnot, that's a totally us issue.
Yeah.
Actually, we should push it back on them. If there are men who are so concerned about their safety when they're in their woman gear or whatever,
Hmm.
they should
Hmm.
take it up with the men. That's a
Hmm.
men's
Really. I don't understand why men don't want to go to the toilet with other men who are dressed as women.
artists also here. We're from three continents tonight.
Okay. You probably won't be able to see me because I'm using my headphones and my phone's elsewhere.
Okay, that's fine. We're just talking about all the tired cliches and pushback that have come out since the Nancy Mace thing in the
Mhm.
United States. And people who either aren't aware of this debate or just are popping off because it's about owning the other side. We're just talking about how
Yeah.
we're tired of seeing these same stupid things. So before we get into who Sarah McBride is and Nancy Mace and the battle of the bathroom in Congress, I just pop up secular talk and Kyle Kaczynski, who's a dick, literally and figuratively. So things like this. Nice to meet you. I need to see your dick. GOP is saying I need to see your dick. It's so belittling. It's so stupid. And even after they lost the election by not with this idea that somehow yeah, there's this small group of ladies who are causing problems, and we're all radical far right people, and we just really need to make sure that nobody has a dick when they come into the bathroom.
Such a low quality. He could have at least come up with a funny one, for God's sake.
Yeah.
It's a lame endeavor, lame attempts.
And then we see all the AOCs and his wife, Crystal Ball, and all the trans maids, and they want to make it like this poor one put upon trans woman, and don't blame trans people, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm just get so tired about being gassed. We did not create this problem.
No, we didn't.
It's just like, please, whose bright idea was it to be like, oh, there's women, female women, and then there's these male women who claim a gender identity. And yeah, it's all cool. And if you say anything about it, it's gone from being a transphobic, Nazi, this and that, to a lot of people, especially on the left, they just don't want to talk about it. And they get mad at you for bringing it up. Oh, what's the big deal? It's just the bathroom. Somebody will pull up these statistics, like that one guy, Brad, who's all over this now. Now he's an expert about the women's room. And he's saying your chance of running into a trans person is like 1 out of 1 million or something like that. Well, Brad, how are you making that calculation?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, he's a man. He doesn't have to think about who's in the bathroom with him, okay? Because most men, they have the luxury of walking around in life being oblivious to their surroundings, right? And women don't have that luxury because we constantly have to be on alert because of just the nature of the as it is, right? I was about, was it like, the 22-year-old who went running and she was killed by a Venezuelan immigrant somewhere up in Georgia or Atlanta, I think it was. And I was
Yeah.
thinking, bitch went out for a fucking run, and that's not even okay. That's the kind of stuff that women have to be alert and be aware and be on guard for. So it's okay if you don't have to think about if there's someone trans in the bathroom. Women do. That's just what it is. Get with the
Mhm.
program.
I also realized with the main Khalif thing that a lot of these people don't even care or know. It's just a chance to poke fingers on the other side, whereas there's actual consequences to this stuff that we're aware of. It's just like, is there no learning curve?
They're stupid or they're dumb or they're just callous. I can't work out which one it is because you either just don't care that a man is punching a woman in the boxing ring, or you're stupid, so you haven't done the research, right? Because if even if you have like an iota of doubt that this person, because there's another one now, isn't it? The Banda guy, BBC decided to award him Football of the Year. And part of this is the media. They lie so much or they misrepresent, the facts about these people so much. So then it looks like we're the bigoted ones. And that's what I find so baffling in the conversations that we have with these people. I mean, have you seen him? He looks like a man. That's number.
This is also the crazy thing that people pretend this feigned ignorance. We have what I call the evolutionary eye. We are all good at identifying the opposite sex, but women, for obvious reasons, are more acute at the others. So, yeah, if someone has really gone out of their way to have everything kitted out and there's good lighting and it's from a distance, okay. But up close, I'm sorry, it's not difficult at all. And kind of beside the point, it's this idea that people want to pretend like there's not a valid or rational or basic reason that you have women's bathrooms and men's bathrooms. Like
Yeah.
somehow that's just a heteronormative patriarchal construct. Something.
Yeah. That. And I think to sort of follow on from your point, Tara, this whole idea that women are supposed to just trust the evidence of our own eyes. Clearly, when you do see these men, not only do they not appear female,
Mhm.
all of them, Samanya, Khalif, Banda, none of them even make even the remotest attempt to code feminine at all. Obviously, that's not the biggest thing, but it's a slap in the face now, because now you're insulting my intelligence. This person is a
Yeah.
female. No, but I mean, come on. I'm not saying we all walk around like simpering maidens, but women
No.
don't go around the bumping other guys. It's just not the thing.
Mhm. No. It's denigrating. Every time we ask these questions or get into these conversations, it implies it solidifies that it's up for debate. I know why people want to focus on the strength differences and the safety reasons and all that for why we don't want to make it easier for men to invade women's spaces, especially when we're on the toilet or changing clothes or in the hospital or in the prison, all this stuff. But it should just be no, these are our spaces. We all know the difference between men and women. So back off.
Really?
And I think also this compunction to be nice that obviously has been drilled out of me, but still to this day, people want to be, of course, trans people deserve dignity and respect and this and that, but you're still male or female. But anyway, talking about how people read mail, I had particular fun with this thumbnail yesterday. All of these people on the screen are male. And you may be shocked to find out about that. We have Jennifer Pritzker, he's a billionaire. Martine Rothblatt, billionaire. Caitlyn Jenner, I don't know, 500 million. This is the doctor who's the head of the W Path, who did Janice Jennings, we'll call it surgery, Dr. Bowers, and it was also in the What is a Woman documentary. The guy in the corner here, he's Sarah now. Poor, put upon, singled out,
Mhm.
disrespected Sarah. They call Sarah Congresswoman. I want to say that the definition of a Congresswoman is an adult human female who was elected to the US Congress.
Yeah.